in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach. Lit a fag, took a drag, took a tea. Read a book, took a bath, went to sleep. Really need, you know what I'm saying? Very beautifully, very beautifully. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap for you. Really need, really need, really need. Very beautifully, very beautifully. Yeah. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Come on through. I like to welcome everybody out. Yeah. To the samurai. To the samurai. Made of stone, we're just palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, to come on home. Lord, please bless my castle of sand, waiting on the battle sword, handle all in my hand. The war force is mortal with my door with demands, more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art and for your fans. When you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, to come home. Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellite to track where you are and see you black as night, attack it with sparks. Fireworks are not a match for a star, and fire hurts, burns, blackens, and scars. Can still emerge, learned, attractive and charred from out the ashes of galactic barrage. Yeah, it gets savage where they traffic mirage. It ain't no magic day in back of it, secret hatches and frauds. You gotta take it back to the start. You gotta tap and learn to rap from the heart. Yeah, yeah. Talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, to come on.
Hello, fight fans. I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the WBC Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. First up, Emmanuel Augustus, who stands 5'7" tall with a reach of 68 inches. And on the other side of the ring, Zhu Khan, 175 centimeters tall. That's the exact number, as his reach as well, 175. And he weighed in at 60 kilos.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
And here is Emmanuel Augustus. This guy known for his unconventional fighting style, and I don't use that term loosely. Zhu the Monster Khan.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome the battle-ready Emmanuel Augustus. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Beijing, China, here is the acclaimed featherweight champion of the world known as the Monster, Zhu Kang.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins now.
Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Misses with the jab. Those punches add up. Well done with that counter shot. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
Just see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that...
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, and Augustus might be ready to fall down. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter lands. What a punch. That one will count. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. And there's the bell for round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
Well, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect counter shot. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Only catching air with that hook. And he scores with the counter. Beautiful. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Augustus in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Just start sticking a few body shots in there.
There's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside and just banging and banging and banging.
Oh man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The monster, dazed. How are they still standing?
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter punch. Punch, counter punch. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice counter shot. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Augustus in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be...
There's the bell to start round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A punch and just got countered. The jab not finding its target. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change everything in this battle. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That time counter shot. Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Augustus. There's the bell to start round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That hook won't score. Nice counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. A straight right just misses. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Augustus is clipped. It somehow weathered the storm.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus. There's the bell to start round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Augustus is wobbly right now. In some big trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He misses with that jab. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. About Emmanuel. There's the bell to start round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they... And it's okay to take a knee.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Wise decision to take a knee here and get that mandatory 8 count.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
So much firepower here. And he is forcing him to take a knee.
This has really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
7, 8. Good counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Augustus about to crumble to the canvas. And before they get knocked down, they choose to go down on their own and take a knee.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus. There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Perfect counter shot. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Bombs away. Augustus is clipped. And Emmanuel Augustus is down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five. You are ready.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Gotta waste time. Get stuck behind the...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this! Augustus is wobbly right now, in some big trouble. I thought that was gonna be a knockdown at least.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Beautiful counter, total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knock. And we enter the ninth. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
These two were made for each other. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Augustus in that last round. You know that. This is the 10th. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice exchange here from both men. Misses with the straight left. Halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Oh my goodness, I want to see that one more time.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough thing.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills. That's...
Just wanna fall and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start a fresh start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for? Need to escape, need to escape. It's too much weight, it's too much weight on me. Could I just be free? I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start a fresh, I start again.
what they say now. I like to welcome everybody out to the samurai. Indeed. Here we go, one side. Really neat. Very beautifully alliterated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Really neat. What you got? Very beautifully alliterated. A little battle raps for you. So a lot. So come on through. Big eyes looking like skies and binoculars. Two nights live singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it. A long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise eyelids sublime and save the silence with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein of gang violence meets the gang's demises, and it bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane, Irish stylish, same shoe in different sizes, with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds, really neat. Very beautifully alliterated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Really neat. Very beautifully alliterated. What's up? Little battle raps for you. So come on through. The unamplified, fantasized land of the soon-to-be fans of the samurai. Smile wide, got the panorama camera vibe. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized, just without the glamour or the gala ties. Man, I'm more alive with the jazz guys, eating piano pies at the Vanguard. She's an artist and starved. A couple dollars in the band job as a half a turkey Sam, organic and it's hand carved and ours. If you ask for a piece, freshly laugh for singing jazz in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach. Lit a fag, took a drag, took a tea. Read a book, took a bath, went to sleep. Really neat. You know what I'm saying? Very beautifully alliterated. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap for you. Really neat. Very beautifully alliterated. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. I like to welcome everybody out. Yeah. To the samurai. To the samurai. I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. Don't want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a sting, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pull my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life on your answering machine. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the
We were like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it really make a sound? That's romantic and profound. But now we're like lumberjacks holding the axes that bring it down. So I'm now on your message, talking about remember. Silence in return, that sounds like timber. There's some that can't see the forest because they liars, but I can't see the forest cause of the fire. And in our prehistorics, the flowers was rooting for us. Brontosaurus ate the flowers, T-Rex ate the brontosaurus. And then the T-Rex turned around and ate the florist. That's why I lost my FTD endorsements. But that's really not important. My sadness is snitch, my melancholy informant. Despair wears a wire, my longing rapping the song. My worry is a rap, my lonely tapping the phone.
I wanna give you reasons, tell you what I'm feeling, but none of these lines are secure. No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there. I left the story of my life on your answering machine. My tears run off your shoes like water from a goose. You try to wash off all the dirt, but your hands aren't getting clean. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there?
Are you there? Are you there?
Hello,
Are you there?
would you pick up the
To make believers on receivers as you sit back and observe as the rubber curly cord just absorbs all my words. Will you collect us, then connect us, or neglect us on the hole into the wall, then cross the wires on the telephone poles, then bounces off the towers, then up into the satellites, then falls down back to earth to bring a broken heart back to life. Happens all the time, lost the appetite and lack of sleep. If it's dead and flat in line, I leave a message at the bed.
hello, can you hear